I was blown away. A guy brought in the legendary contract between the Beatles and their manager, Brian Epstein. He wants a lot of money. How much do you want for it?
$1 million.
$1 million, and I don't even know if it's legit. So Steve is going to look it over for me.
Now that's cool. I've heard about this piece before. It's been well documented. People want Beatles stuff. Autographs, lyrics, you name it. You know, the stuff they wore on stage. The Beatles are always number one. In terms of their signatures, I mean, they're still the most sought after. It's not uncommon to have them together, but on a contract, that's a pretty rare piece in itself. The contract was well known throughout the Beatles collectible world. It was one of the most significant contracts in the history of rock and roll. It's a thing of legend. I can't wait to get my hands on it and really take a look at it in person. I'm going to start off at the top with John Lennon. I'm just looking for live ink. I'm looking for overlapping.
And the overlapping is where it gets darker.
Yeah, it starts to get darker. You can see one pen stroke go over the other. I see no reason to believe at all that this is printed, it's not a stamp, it's not a copy or anything. These are definitely live signatures on here, so that's a good thing.
Okay.
Very good thing. Absolutely. You have some really early signatures of the Beatles. So what I've done here is I've tried to pull out some super early stuff that I have on file. What I'm starting to look at here, letter formations and overlapping. The Harrison signature is just, very early signature for him. John Lennon wouldn't sign John W. Lennon as a signature. He'd never do it for someone in person. But this is a pretty unique situation. But I'm still seeing a lot of the same similarities here, especially in the double ends here. So these are all very good signs.
All right. So is it real?
I mean, based on everything I've seen here, there's no question that this is genuine.
Yeah, it's all cool. I mean, what's it worth?
I'd put the value of this piece right around $500,000.
Okay, he's asking $1 million.
Well, I mean, the record just sold a month ago for $300,000. You're talking about a record.
Right.
The one thing you have to be cautious of is when you look into the history of the piece. In 2008, I saw another sale of this piece. And that's kind of where I'm not sure. And then 2009, it was supposed to be offered to a raffle.
What happened was the gentleman who did own this basically made a deal to raffle it off if it raised enough money, and it didn't raise enough money, so that never happened.
What about the 2008 auction?
It didn't sell. When that price came down, it wasn't high enough for the seller. That's what happened.
Okay, so it didn't meet reserve.
Exactly.
Hey, I think I got enough.
Okay, well, good luck on that.
Thanks, man.
It was awesome to see the piece in person. I mean, it's a great piece of rock and roll history. It's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I think I gave a pretty good estimate of where that piece is priced at, but the seller is entitled to put whatever value he wants on it.
All right, so you're still stuck at $1 million?
I really got to get $1 million.
I don't see it.
About history here.
You know, and when you start talking that money, there's very few people in the world that have that much money.
I totally agree.
Okay? If I bought it from you, I have to put it in auction. They charge me 14, 15%. I mean, you're not going to like my price. I mean, I pay like $350 for it. You know, I have to look at it. I think I could probably get $500,000 for it.
You know what? That's an incredible offer, but I'm really going to have to stick to $1 million. I could probably take it to one of the major auction houses tomorrow, and I really believe that I could probably get $1 million reserve on this.
Okay, you take the risk. I would go $350. That's cash right now. If you don't take that, I would wait for another auction.
I'm going to have to decline on the $350.
Good luck with it.
I appreciate it. Thanks very much. I'm disappointed I couldn't make a deal. I really wanted to sell it today, but I really had to find the right buyer today.